Yeah. Hi all, this is Dr. J and Arjun, streaming live from Hamptons, Long Island, New York, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where over here it's been a rainy, icky couple of days. I don't know how it is in Pittsburgh.
It's been nice. It's been nice. The weather's been nice and cool, but I think rain's coming, so.
Are you getting our rain? Peter's here, but he says he can't be here, but he's going to look forward to catching us later. Jiggly, you're just happy the Buffalo Bills are playing tonight. Jiggly, I'm happy the Buffalo Bills are playing tonight too, because they are a New York State team, and I gave up on the Jets and Giants. So Buffalo is it for us.
Josh Allen, he can sling it.
Josh Allen, why didn't we pick him? Meaning the Jets.
Oh man,
We
Jets
picked Sam Darnold instead.
Eek.
But he was, the logical pick, Sam Darnold. See, big tech, CVM is on the move. My calls are now in the money. Dr. J is happy. Arjun, I've got a problem. Lately, I'm making so much money, I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to have to start giving some away. It's becoming like a bad habit or a good habit. I don't know. I guess a good habit. Every day I have a stock or two du jour that's been catapulting my portfolio. Today it was not vbiv, but not that it was a bad one, but Athlon Medical shot up from $1.40 to $2.20. Made my day. And apparently it made Sean's day. Now Heath is into CVM, and I'm sure he can't be unhappy today. Heath makes the best ice cream sundae in the United States of America. Trouble is, you have to travel to Myrtle Beach to get it. It might be worth a trip.
Huh.
One day we'll have to head out to see Heath in Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach, or is it Hilton Head? Oh, I think it's Hilton Head. Forgive me. I get confused between them all the time. No investment advice. Our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Do your own due diligence. Check with an investment advisor before acting on anything we have to say, and please double check everything as to its accuracy, because sometimes we make mistakes. We're only human. Jiggly tries to get me into trouble all the time.
Yeah, please don't take this as gospel. I'm just trying to help out.
Yes, Arjun is an ardent long on the stock twits board for vbiv, the vaccine maker. I have a nice position in bntx and a smaller position in vbiv, thanks to Arjun. Not really. I did my own due diligence, Arjun. I want you to know that.
Yeah, hopefully after today you'll increase that position. We'll see though.
Yeah. Jiggly sold Tandem to buy bcrx and to buy, forget his other one. I remember, the Code Diagnostics. And he's been complaining ever since why he made that move. But he bought furniture with the profits, so everything's okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, took some off the table and buy some furniture. You see, we're like family here. Friends know each other. They have a little sideshow going on. And being that I don't know where Spike is, we're going to get into the share screen. We'll start with vbiv, then we'll do CVM, then we'll do aemd, bntx, DraftKings, CGC, Lake. If we have time, we'll take a request or two. Nothing wrong with buying aemd. Can't knock that one. Okay, share screen. I am sharing screen. Let me just add that. Okay. vbiv. You can see my screen?
Yes, indeed.
You see it, right?
Yep.
This is a chart of vbiv. It had a beautiful green candle today, up 22 pennies, 7.72%. Luckily, I bought at the beginning of the day. I added to my position, and already I'm making money. It's a nice way to begin. I literally bought it at the bottom today, so kind of happy about that. And I would like to see this high taken out from October 8th, the 312 high. We weren't far away from that today. If the 312 high is taken out, there's nothing to stop it from running to $4. Just there.
Agreed. It's like a classic consolidation pattern you have right here.
It's beautiful. Just take that high out from 4 days ago, and Dr. J adds or doubles his position. That's how good the chart looks to me. Anyway, you want to talk about the technicals a little bit?
Yeah, just
fundamentals.
Yeah, I'll give. I mean, so I initially got in due to the COVID vaccine that just had a much more unique approach than others. It's what's called this pan-coronavirus vaccine, where it targeted not only COVID-19, but also SARS and MERS. And it was getting really heavy funding and still is from the Canadian government. What kept me in, though, was actually everything else in their pipeline. So they have a Hep B vaccine that is already approved in Israel, already commercially available. They got all their regulatory submissions coming this quarter for the US, Europe, Canada. And they announced that they're going to have a partnership soon. And this is confirmed on a call that they had. Someone asked in a question. They had mentioned the partnership, and they said it's coming any day now. And partnership was specifically for that Hep B vaccine, but I've been reading a lot of stuff floating around that it could be a partnership to buyout scenario. Obviously, don't quote me on that. But
no. I mean, it's always a case of every biotech I've ever been in, maybe this is going to be a buyout. This is nothing new.
Absolutely, yeah. But I mean, I've been in since the ones, and I had an opportunity to flip at 6. Did a tiny bit, but I noticed a lot of the institutional buyers didn't sell a single one up at 6 or 7, which I found very interesting. They've been adding quarter over quarter. Doesn't really seem to be much institutional selling, so I like what I'm seeing.
What percentage is held by institutions?
I think it's in the high 40s, low 50s, so pretty nice. Nothing like bcrx, which is like high 90s, but it's still, you got it. It's controlled by them still.
Do you see them potentially beating the big guys on the COVID-19?
So, I mean, that's the hardest thing to predict. They have the most unique approach, right? Since they're targeting these older coronaviruses as well, with the idea being that if this ever comes back again, maybe this vaccine has the breadth to capture new things that are coming as well. We'll see, though. I don't know. I mean, Johnson & Johnson just had their trial stopped. AstraZeneca had theirs. So I definitely was initially interested because of that vaccine, but it's not what's keeping me here.
Right. You also have Novavax, and you have Moderna, and you have a lot of ones that haven't had any snafus. So there's going to be vaccines before vbiv for COVID. The question is, will that one a year down the road prove to be better?
I mean, my money's on the answer to that being yes, but let's definitely stay here for the Hep B stuff that's already approved in Israel, and I think that it's basically a lock to be approved here.
Well, don't say that. I thought the HAE was, graft versus host was going to be a lock for MISO, and it was a 9-1 advised AdCom vote, and then they turned it down, the FDA. So nothing is a lock. I figured out nothing is a lock.
Fascinating. Yeah, no, for sure. Nothing's a lock, but hopefully they get bought. Hopefully they get bought
We
before
don't
they
like to use such strong language as a lock.
Touche.
Because it's really crazy, but why am I not getting the... I'm going to invite Professor Spike, who I forgot to invite probably. I'm not sharing the screen now, or am I?
I can't see it.
I'm not. Great. That's good, because I didn't want to... I don't want to do this either. I'm getting that stuff. Email. Sorry for the delay, but I really want to get Professor Spike up there. Professor Spike, check your AOL mail. All right, so we saw the chart. The chart, let's take one more look at it. It's had a tremendous fall from grace from 717, where you talked about it being in the 6s. And you almost sold some but didn't at that point, right?
I trimmed a little bit at 6, like 10%, just to lock something in, but I kept the rest.
Okay. Now
I did some covered call stuff to get fancy along the way, but now I'm done with that. I don't trust that.
Right. So to review, we're looking for a break here on the 917 high. What is it? No, that wasn't the high.
You want that 312, right?
312 high on 10. That's what we want to break.
Yeah.
And then we should fly all the way up to the 4s at that point. And you're expecting good news on a Hep B partner, maybe even on a buyout, maybe some kind of news on the COVID-19 progression for the vaccine.
Yeah.
All kinds of possible catalysts.
Those are the ones. I mean, a lot of them are Q4, and yeah, that's basically the partnership, and then the regulatory filings for Hep B, and then along the way, you're going to get random updates on other things in the pipeline along with COVID. So,
Hep
but
B,
those are less important.
The first catalyst that we could expect would be Hep B.
The partnership, I think, based on everything I'm hearing.
Yeah, and that's great. Professor Spike, this fellow is very big on the vbiv board. He's an advocate of the merits of this little vaccine maker. What's the market cap? I didn't ask you that.
Welcome back.
Do you know the market cap?
Thank you.
Do you know the market cap, Archie?
Let me pull it up. One sec. Pretty low. It is. Where is it? About 710 million.
710 million. So, I mean, you could easily put a zero at the end of that with some really good news.
Uh-huh.
So this is one with potential. I mean, probably it had better potential at 69 cents where it was at the beginning of the year, right? Talking about potential. But it was a little hard to envision at 69 cents. It's a lot easier to envision today. And it's still a good buy, probably. And we'll see. Dr. J bought some today at the lows. I'm already making 22 pennies or 20 pennies. Jigglypuff, what's your problem?
Jigglypuff.
We're talking about the furniture?
See, we're going with the bills, and we're giving the points.
Yeah, well, somebody's glad to see you, Spike. We got to collect our ice cream. We got to make a trip after this COVID nonsense to Hilton Head. You get a free ice cream sundae.
That's funny. Yeah, I would take it.
What do you agree on this? Bet on Josh Allen?
I like the Bills this year, and I need somebody to root for. Can't root for the Jets.
Oh yeah, the Jets are so pathetic.
So, and I won't root for Philadelphia, so I got to root for.
Come root for the Steelers. Come root for the Steelers.
I'm going to be rooting for Buffalo the rest of the season. The only the closest New York team. Maybe not the closest. Philadelphia might be closer. So Pittsburgh, are you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan?
Big time. Big time.
Well, Ben Roethlisberger is still going at it.
Somehow.
Yeah, he's Big Ben.
Yeah, it was good.
We got a lot of big Bills fans on the board. So today, Professor Spike, besides vbiv, we're going to take a look at CVM, which had a pop. I'm now in the money on my 15 calls.
CVM moved a little bit. The
aemd made my day.
Did it? I didn't see that.
It popped over 2.
Yay.
bntx continues to progress to 100. So does Moderna. They're both looking strong.
Yeah, J&J was disappointing.
dkng, I'm now in that pretty big.
Which one?
DraftKings.
Oh, DraftKings. Well, what about its cousin, LCA? That one hasn't made its move.
I'm in that one as well, but I added to my DraftKings and I held my LCA.
Oh, you guys are in DraftKings. Nice. Yeah, I got some of that too.
I got some of that from 15.
Yeah.
But I sold most of it at 25 and I added recently.
Yeah, I got in a little later.
Before you do another chart, Dr. J, get rid of Jiggly's comment so that
oh.
And then we'll take a look at some charts.
Yeah, we're going to look also at CPC and Lake. Lake has been doing spectacular lately.
Yes, Lake is a stalwart. It's just
I can't believe I'm making money again on Lake. I had given Lake up for dead.
I know. Once I got a little bit in the green, I trimmed, but I still got some money holding.
Jiggly can't hear you, Spike.
Jiggly can't hear me. Oh, this happens all the time, doesn't it?
You have to talk close to the mic, maybe.
Maybe that's it. I'll talk closer to the mic.
Much better.
Is this better?
1,000%.
Yeah, of course. All right.
Let's go to the charts. All right, so CVM is on a momentous ascent. Momentous.
And your line is still holding.
And my 15s are looking good.
Wow, okay.
My 15s for October, I might actually make money on. Because I see a run to 18 is happening sooner than later.
Free news.
The question is, will they let it happen before expirations?
good question.
Now your sound is fading again.
Is it? All right. I'll just talk into my mic.
You know what's more important than the only thing more important than the video when it comes to a YouTube presentation is the audio, because if they can't hear you, then what good is it? What good is a pretty graphs if they can't hear you?
Right. Can you hear me now?
What are you? The smartphone? On the,
I'm on my regular old Apple thing.
Yeah, what was that joke about? Can you hear me now? What did the cat say on the iPhone or something like that?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
I want to, let's keep talking, and I'll try something new.
So I mean, the chart for CVM, you don't have to be a genius to analyze. It's already looking like it should be running to new highs. So I'm very, very, very pleased with the chart. There could be a little pullback. Then, one thing about stocks, I don't go straight up. I just hope the pullback happens after 18, not before it. I want to see the rocket ship to 18.
Well, you're not bailing till 100 anyway.
No, but I have options that expire on Friday.
This Friday?
Yep.
Oh boy. Are they 15s? Are they 18s? You said?
They're 15s.
Oh well, then you're in the money.
I'm in the money.
Crying about?
Not crying. I just wanted to go to 18. So I can make more money.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This thing hit 220, taking out the double top from back here in early August, and if it went with a break of 250, you're looking at probably if it breaks 250 with good volume, I think this is going to double digits.
We haven't heard any news on this in a while.
My call, I haven't sold a single share. Remember, people would ask me, I tell them I haven't sold a single share. And you want to know something? I haven't sold a single share. In fact, I added at one point.
Vodka or water?
Oh, vodka. I had a very tough day today.
It's time for the vodka.
No, the reason for the vodka is to settle my tremor. I think it helps.
Try some CBDs too.
CBDs help a little. Klonopin helps a little. But really, on certain days like today, like nothing helps.
Yeah, I imagine that. Very damp out there.
Yeah, the doggone tremor. Anyway.
You're right. This looks good.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, if it pulls back to the 170 area, I'm going to add, personally. Nobody else can follow me, but I'm going to add.
Right. We're not lemmings, because remember, our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice.
Remember, we said the disclaimer already.
Oh, didn't we?
But it is good enough to repeat twice sometimes. It's a very good disclaimer.
When you tell everybody, hey, the water's fine, follow me.
Yeah. So I kind of really am high on aemd. I'm expecting news on the COVID-19 trial. And just maybe that news will be good news. 40-patient trial.
That would be a nice thing.
Yes. And the way the volume was today was ridiculous. A huge volume.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Because there's been no news on it at all.
The way this has acted in the past on pops, it's pulled back and then popped bigger. So I expect a pullback and then a big pop,
Okay.
just from the way it's historically behaved. And again, the fundamentals are exosomes for cancer, filtering out exosomes with their hemopurifier, and certainly filtering out virus, coronavirus with the same machine.
Right. So it's a physical version of the
Even if it doesn't really work that well, we're going to learn something. We're going to learn about the viral load of really sick people, which we don't really know about any other way. It's going to measure it, which is of interest, not monetarily, but just scientifically. Dr. J thinks a $27 million market cap could become 270 million overnight. Taking this to a $20 stock.
I buy that, baby.
I mean, literally overnight.
Yeah.
Not 2 nights, but overnight. Just give us some good data on that 40-person phase 1 trial, and the rest will be history.
It'll be history. It'll be history.
This one I've been saying. How long? I've been saying since 50. This is going to 100. I called it down here. I said steal, steal, steal. Dr. J bought right around here.
Arjun, are you in this one?
I'm not. I wish I was though. Jeez.
I've been in it since very close to this bottom.
Yeah, no.
And I keep adding.
Talking about it for weeks.
This is what did I tell you? I told you it's a no-brainer. Now, of course, that's because it's not because I have no brains that I said that. But it is a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer.
Was a no-brainer.
It's going to 100, just like I told Jiggly, Tandem was going to 100.
Right.
So I've been I've been calling these $50 stocks that are going to go to 100 very successfully. So this is another one.
Hot. Very hot.
Moderna is going to 100.
They're the ones who are partnering with Pfizer, right?
Yep. Moderna is another one going to 100.
Yeah.
While we're at it, join the going to 100 party with DraftKings.
Yep. This one I can 100% get behind. Love this one.
So do I. Now, on the other, we might be in for a pullback if it breaks this low, but I think we hold this green candle in here. That's what I'm hoping. So if it breaks this low, I think we hold somewhere around here, somewhere around the high of 910, $44.
You don't think it's turning around now?
It could pull back to the $44 level. If it does, I'm a buyer, as long as the NFL season is still going on.
Very good point. Very good point.
Yeah, even if it's not, they got other outs. I like them long and strong.
Well, I like them long term, but short term, there could be a little ripple.
Yeah, true.
CGC.
Very good point Jiggly's making. That, I mean, let's see, basketball's ending, baseball's ending, football we're not sure, hockey's gone. What are they going to even bet on these days?
The NCAA tournament.
UFC.
Maybe, if that happens.
I don't even know if that'll happen.
I know. I mean, you can't. I think the Big Ten is just going to get on the field in about 2 weeks.
And even March Madness may not happen.
It's true.
Meanwhile, Canopy growth looked like it's breaking out, pulled back.
Unbelievable, this one. And somebody else gave it to me over the weekend, and I didn't do anything about it.
I spread my money around. I bought Canopy, I bought Kronos, I bought Tilray, I bought ACB, and I added to my Curaleaf collection. Of all of them, I like Curaleaf the best, but they all had a bad day today. Give back day. So I think with this, I was very enthusiastic because it took out the high of 8.4, and I'm still enthusiastic. Like I said before, they don't go straight up. They go up, they go down, and they go up again. So that's what we're experiencing, a little pullback. I do think we're going to revisit higher highs than we had on 8.4. Let's see how high we might go. We might, with any kind of good news on pot, we probably will take out $22.
Really?
Yeah. In other words, if Biden wins and they decriminalize it at the federal level and one state after another starts allowing it, it's going to be big.
Is there a reason you picked this one in particular?
Going back to DraftKings for a second, California is a big one. If they legalize sports betting, that's going to make DraftKings.
Yeah.
As far as Cannabis versus everyone else, which is the one that was brought in by Philip Morris?
Okay.
No, Kronos is part of Philip Morris.
Kronos was the one that was bought by. So I mean, in terms of having some good backing, this one is just, this one for whatever reason, this is the one people have been pointing to. But Kronos
this one has Standard Brands has a 40% interest in Cannabis.
Okay.
But
how much institutional ownership does this have?
Well, 40% to Standard Brands. I don't know the rest.
Okay.
Philip Morris owns half of Kronos.
Wow.
They basically own Kronos, and they're calling all the shots on the board. So Kronos is my other big pick, but I'm not going to try it.
They've got the lead on beverage enhanced THC, he says.
What happened?
I said Heath said that they got the lead on the beverage enhanced THC.
Okay.
Interesting.
Lakeland has had a phenomenal run after it made ridiculous lows down here. It should never have gotten this low.
Exactly. I mean, so now it's going back to where it was when everybody said, "Oh, maybe good earnings will come."
All along, I've been saying this is a $20 stock, a $19 stock that's really a $30 stock.
Right.
Instead of going to 30, it went to 17 on me. And I was very much in the doldrums because I bought it, as DraftKings says, a shipload of it.
Right.
But now I'm feeling better, much better. As the stock has clearly turned it around.
Here's my fear. My fear is that they're going to have another great earnings report, and then as a result, it's going to go down again. I mean, this stock in APT loves reacting on good news by going down.
I'll tell you the answer to that question. Sell it before the earnings.
Right. That's the answer right there. The earnings are going to be in December.
Is there anybody who has a request? Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up.
Well, it seems like you already. My second largest after vbiv is bcrx, but it sounds like you do that often.
One more time isn't going to hurt.
I have one or two. The ones that I wanted to see was AUPH and LCA.
Well, this one, it's amazing. All the biotechs have a trend line that looks just like this.
Yep.
Not all of them, but just so many of them. They all seem to have bottomed around the same time.
This one I'm starting to like more than vbiv the more research I do. It's just got so many outs, so many bullets.
Talk to our man Jake. He's in love with this one.
Yeah, our boy Jake says exactly the same thing. This is why he likes it so much. There's plenty of there.
Yeah, I mean
even if it doesn't show up in the technicals.
Exactly. I mean,
it's just starting to show up on the technicals.
You know what I like about it technically? It took out the high of 929, which was 386. took that out, and it's the first time in the entire downtrend, stairwise downtrend, that it came back to take out an old high.
I'd be happy if
It happened here.
That's rubbing against
It
now.
happened here, but outside of there, maybe it happened here as well. No.
So we need to take out what is that, 412, 415?
This would be key.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
417.
Yeah.
If we take out that spot, we'll be off to the races.
Yep.
Yeah. If we take that off and then they drop anything on Galley, it's over.
Yep. Or even Barrow, or the Barrow is going to happen probably.
Yeah. Barrow, we gotta wait. My thought on Barrow is it's possible we get an early approval, just because their PDUFA is December 3rd.
Right.
And I guess there's a chance they could just sneak it in before the holidays.
That's what Erod is saying. Erod is a follower of mine and kibitzes a little, and he's talking like the week before Thanksgiving. And Godfather Frazier is another one that's big on bcrx. They have quite a few followers.
I have mostly common in this with like a 350 average, but I have some $5 leaps for December that I'm really hoping hit.
Jake thinks this one's going to make him half a millionaire, and then Arthur says he'll finish his job.
Wow.
And CBS good for you.
He's looking for a daily double.
I hope he's right. Jeez.
I'm looking for a single.
Any others? What do you want?
You do AUPH? You didn't do that one yet.
Which one?
AUPH.
Oh, off?
Yeah.
Arenia? I think it was down a little today.
AUPH. Never heard of this one.
This one, for whatever reason, I keep drawing lines to show a consolidation pattern. And it keeps on going away to lines every time I come back to the computer. Don't know why. But it's broken north of this pattern. And I get other crazy lines that I don't remember even putting.
Mine's a little nutsy.
Yeah.
But
so,
it's tapering a little bit, but it is that other line there is what, the 100?
I draw the lines differently every time also.
You do draw them slightly differently each time. But it looks like we're tapering, but if we pop past that moving average, which I think is the 100, then that would be good news also.
There's a lot of catalysts going for this one. In particular, the rumors of a buyout is rampant.
It's another Jake special that there's about 2 or 3 things going for it.
Yeah, the buyout is big. I don't know why my...
Oh, you're still on that Mac.
Yeah, my pointer is not pointing so well.
Well, we're getting higher lows anyway, so that's something to look at.
We broke out of the consolidation pattern.
Yeah, no, because your line went up a bit higher, right? But in terms of the trend of lows, the trend of lows looks good.
The chart is looking good to me.
Well, we'll
we
see
also have that same.
We don't have a lot of momentum going past 100.
We have that same kind of trend line that we've seen in all these biotechs. Turn around sometime around early September, mid-September, and just taking off. Biotech is very hot. Jake thinks there'll be a rotation out of tech and into biotech.
Really?
Yeah, and I think he might be right. Biotech is heating up.
I thought biotech was mostly being fueled by COVID.
Maybe so.
I know we know COVID's not going away, but eventually we have to start thinking about other places to put our money.
Yeah. Was there any other quickie to look at?
Somebody's asking for HTBX, hotbox. What should I call hotbox?
H what?
HTBX.
Oh, heat box.
Yeah, I keep calling it hotbox.
Heat biologic.
We could end it with that one.
Yeah, that's another immunotherapy play. And it looks like it's bottomed at least
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
at 88 pennies. I mean, I don't know the fundamentals on this one, and it looks like there's a lot of other ones that I'd rather be in without knowing the fundamentals. So, I mean, the fundamentals might change my mind.
Uh-huh.
But it looks like any other biotech with the same.
Yeah. This is the exact same as vbiv in terms of that moonshot and then pullback.
Exactly. But look at this trend line from where? Early September again?
Right.
So
yeah.
what was the catalyst, or what caused that July big shot?
I don't know, but it seems to have happened everywhere in biotech land.
Yeah, we'll certainly get, maybe one of our audience would know, and I'll get that answer before the end.
I don't know the fundamentals of every stock, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just chart reading mostly. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap it up with that. I'm going to go eat dinner because my family's keeping my food warm.
Okay, that sounds good.
John, come again. Say hi another day.
I will, and then one day vbiv or bcrx will hopefully make us look smart.
Yep. Well, Jake will get all the credit.
And I'll get nicer shirts and shades.
I give Jake the credit. All right, take care, guys.
All right, thank you. Bye.
See you, Professor Spike. Sounds by Ramley, thanks for coming. Cabinet Guy, good to see you. Peace, see you.